Today we will teach you how to wire a wireless remote flow meter. Let's take a closer look. First, let's take a look how to connect the outdoor distribution box. This is our solar panel, and then lead it to our outdoor distribution box. First, we open it. These are the two wires of the solar panel. Then, we need to connect this box. This is for the power supply of the solar panel. We can also see that this is the positive power supply. This is the negative power supply. Then let's take a look at how to connect it to the battery. This is connected to the battery. Positive pole of the battery. This is negative. Then we connect a switch. Then these two wires are for the battery. Positive and negative power supply. Then let's take a look at its output power. The output power is these two. We use an amplifier. This is the positive power supply output. The yellow wire is positive and the black one is negative. Let's take a look at these two wires. Are connected to our flow control cabinet. After all the wires are connected, we can push the switch. Now my wires are all connected. I push the switch from behind. This is very critical. Let's take a look again. How the wiring output to how it is connected to a flow control cabinet. This is our flow control cabinet. First, we open it and lead out to power lines. Let's see how to connect them. These two are input power supplies. This is the positive. This is the negative power supply. Now let's take a look. This one is a differential pressure flow meter with temperature and pressure compensation. How to connect it? First, let's look at the flow meter. Let's look at the flow meter. The two terminals on the left. This is positive. This is negative. How to connect the differential pressure flow meter? Let's look at the differential pressure. This is our differential pressure. Let's take a look. This is positive, and this is negative. It just corresponds to the control cabinet's wiring terminal, which are the two on the left. Then let's take a look at how is temperature and pressure compensation connected. Let's take a look at the temperature and pressure compensation. It's these two terminals. The one on the left is positive, and the right one is negative. We correspond it to our pressure transmitter. There is also a logo here. Let's take a look. This is positive. This is negative. We can connect the wires accordingly. Then let's see how to connect the temperature compensation. Let's take a look at temperature compensation. The two on the right are connected together, and the left one is separate. Let's look at the corresponding temperature compensation, and we know how to connect it. Let's look here. A red wire, two green wires, one red wire. We correspond to this one. This single one. We can see that this is the terminal, and the other two green wires are connected to these two. This is the wiring of the flow control cabinet. After all the wires are connected, it's the same as the power control box just now. Finally, push the power switch. That's how the wiring is done.